Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I would like to share with you my pure Vanquish deck profile. This deck can still cook without K9s. The benefit of not playing K9s in this version is that you get to play more hand traps, of course, and the end board differ. I play this deck at my locals for the past 2 months, 3 months. It's really resilient. It's super fun to play, of course. It's Vanquish Soul. And honestly, the only games I really lose with this is either A, mirror, or B, if the cards don't show up for me and I break. But yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh for you, so yeah, you know. So to begin, we have, of course, 3 Raisin, 3 Medlov, 3 Holy Su, 2 Jalong, 3 Heavy Burger, and 1 Caesar. The thing about playing this deck pure, which differs from the K9 version, is that you get to play 2 Jalong, which is in my opinion pretty good, because Jalong is a break at hand. Also, you can play more burgers, which increases your dark count, but the K9s compensate for that in the K9 version, so you have to play 3 in this one. Or you can bump it down to 2, I guess, but you already do that in the K9s. 1 Valius is standard, however I know that some lists can play 2, which is also not that bad, but I don't know how I feel about that, really. I think the 1 is perfectly fine. When this came out, I used to have like 1 Holy Su for like 2 months, and it's also worked. It's not the end of the world if you don't have 3 of them. But of course, if you want to play it competitively, you have to play 3 of them. But I was consistently topping locals with just 1 Holy Su, and the only games I was still then losing were against the mirrors, because they had 3, so there was really no way for me for beating them, realistically. But yeah, 1 Su can also cook if you give it enough time. But yes, play the 3 if you have the money to, but if not, you can also compensate with 1 and then work your way up. Of course, then we have 3 Stake Your Soul and 1 Field Spell. This card is super crazy. Back in the day, Vanquish Soul didn't really have anything to do with just 1 Medlov. Now you can do some stuff with it because you have this. So yeah, great card. Then for the Spicy Non Engine, we have 1 Dogaron, 1 Shifter, 2 Bell, 3 Fuva, Magnamut and Ruiz, 3 Droll and 3 Ash. Sorry for the glare, but yeah, we have 1 Dogaron. The only reason why you play this is because it's a fire, and I guess it can help you out problematic monsters like Baguska or I don't know, maybe a Liger, but mostly because it's a fire. I know some people play the Impulse package. I don't know how I feel about that. I could try it. I do have Impulses. I haven't tried it yet, so if you have any opinions on that package, you can leave it down in the comments. 1 Shifter, also because it's dark, and it doesn't really hinder this deck very much. It can be kind of uncomfortable to play with it if you need your attributes back in hand, because the rock can bring it back because it gets banished. But most of the time, this card really doesn't hurt you that much. Then 2 Bells. It's important because it's an Earth. It's also not that bad in the meta currently, I would say. In the K9 build, you have other Earths that are better than this. So yeah, I wouldn't play this then, in that case. But yeah, now you kind of have to play it. 3 Fuva is standard. Of course, it's Fuva. The only problem with this card is that it's a wind, so it doesn't complement your effects really well. Then we have 2 Bestials. The thing about these, they are currently not that great in the meta, but they are darks. That's one thing. And the second thing is that Druid Worm can help you really well to out Baguska, because people, if they run it, they will really often play the Baguska against you, because you don't really have any optimal ways to get rid of it. So this card really comes in clutch. Magna is not only good because it can get you Druis, it's also very good because it can get you Valius, his dragon. And not only from the deck, he can also come up to bring him back from the grave, which is really nice. 3 Droll. This is the only card in the deck, I say, that I do not really like playing. It's a wind, so it doesn't complement your attributes. It's susceptible to Shifter, and it can hurt your own engine during your opponent's turn. But, however, it's a really strong Floodgate card, which can end turns really easily, and it's another hand trap that you can play, and it also really forces your opponent to think about how they will play their turn, especially if they know that you run this card game 1. So yeah, that's the reasons why I play it. And of course, 3 Ash. This is probably the best cantrip in the deck, not only because it's a fire, but because it's an Ash, right? Not really much explaining to do with this one. Then for the rest of the deck, we have 1 Talent, 1 Prosp, 1 Cold Buy, 1 Rota, and 1 Extrav. People that play K9 usually don't run this package, the pots. This is the benefit of this build, that you can play these cards. They can dig for your own engine and they can increase your consistency, because in this build you don't really need your extra deck and you play on their turn essentially freely. So yeah, this is the benefit of playing this build, I would say. Of course, then other consistency card is the Rota. It searches reason, not really much to say about it. And then Callby and Talents. Callby is really good in a sense that it can hit Lupus on your turn, or of course hand traps, something like Perulia. And Talents is Talents, really not. You can draw it with Warger if you get hand trapped, and you can do whatever you want with it. And the last card in the deck is Snow Devil. This card is insane, not only by going first, it can also be good going second. Sometimes the best play you can do, if your opponent has a full board that removes something, you can just set this, and if you have 3 attributes, you can just flip it on their turn and play on their turn. Because the thing about this deck is that you really suffer if your normal summon gets removed, so this is, I would say, one type of way to play around it. And yeah, of course, it's great going first. It's a board wipe, right? It can summon, it burns, it has everything, I think. It has everything that you basically need to win a game. Then for the extra deck, we have 1 Typhon, 1 Zeus. Yeah, Typhon Zeus package in 2025, crazy, right? We have 1 Neo C107, Nash Knight, CXZ Nash Knight, and Paradise Smasher. This is our rank 5 package. I don't have money for the Masquerade, so yeah, I don't play it. But it's fine, you don't need it. The reason why I play this card is, of course, you can attach it with Nash Knight to be an interruption, but it can also be an OTK machine. It's huge, it can beat Liger, and yeah, that's basically why you play it. And it looks really cool, yeah, I guess. Nash Knight is standard, CXZ Nash is also standard, but the thing about this card is you can make Zeus with this. It can be destroyed by card effects. It cannot be destroyed by card effects, which essentially means in the mirror you can just summon this off of Nash Knight, go to battle, attack, and make Zeus over it. That really knows to come up, so be wary of that if you play this deck. And this card, the Paradise Smasher, I don't really like this card. I don't think I would even play this if I have K9s, because I think there are better cards to play than this. Because if it comes to that you need to summon this, you're probably already winning the game. Not only that, but it can also be Ghost Ogred, which can make you lose the game if it resolves. So yeah, not a really big fan of this card. Then for the rest of the extra, we have 1 Underworld Goddess, 1 Access Code, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 SP, 1 Donor. This card came up once, and it won me the game actually. I guess it can out Towers if it comes to that, but I don't think you will come to the situation where this can out and Liger Dancer. But it's not only that, it is a body that's not really that easy to get rid of. But yeah, it's a toolbox card, which this deck can play a lot of, because it doesn't really need its extra deck. So yeah, it's good for that reason. Access Code is Access Code, so yeah, it can OTK as well. Phoenix is pretty good, because it can be used if you have something like Druid Storm on your field. You can make this, discard a card, pop a back row, and then Druid can send something. So that's one of the reasons why you play this. SP also can be used in that way, but the main way why you play this card is because you can make rocks over your rock, and then this card can banish something. And Donor is one of the ways to get rid of Baguska as well. It is actually the main way how I get rid of it, because you need something to respect that card, because it really hurts you. And then for the last cards we have 3 rock and 1 rocks. Obviously it's standard. You play 3 of these cards because you have Extravagance, and you can also send one with Prosperity. But yeah, this is standard, and this card is also standard. It's not that bad of an addition to the deck. It can help you make SP, as I already explained. And yeah, it can come up sometimes. And then the side deck, we have Tomb Phantasme, 2 Lancia, 3 Nib, 3 Perulia. Phantasme is really good this format, I think. Almost all of the top decks link summon something, so it can at the very least fix your hand for 1 card. And it's a body on field, which has an effect, which you also have to keep in mind. So yeah, it's good. Lancia is something that I kept in because of the past format, because of Malice. But it can also be good into Crystron, but not the greatest fan of this card anymore. I would find something new to replace this card with. For the time being, it stays in. 3 Nib because of Yami and because of some rogue matchups we can occur, and 3 Perulia because it's great into Vanquish Soul. It can be good into Yami, and of course also some rogue decks. The one spell I run is Duster. Not really much explaining to do, it's Duster. And the last thing is 3 Solemn Strike and 1 Tikaboo. Solemn Strike is pretty good. It can be really good in the mirror. You can strike their Raisin effect, and basically it can a lot of times just end their turn. It happened to me. Also, it's not that bad into Yami. You can strike their special summons, and also rogue decks. It covers a lot of rogue decks. And Tikaboo, it's a really good card, I would say. Of course, it's at 1, so yeah. It can be great into Yami going first or going second, because it can break their boards apart, essentially. And of course, it's a really scary card to face off if you don't have a way to out it. But yeah, that's it for the side deck. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Just wanted to say, we really appreciate your support in the past few videos with the likes, comments and everything else. If you have any other suggestions or would like to change something, of course you can tell us down below. We'll be happy to reply. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.